All right. What's up, everybody? We are here. This is your boy J Rock. I am here with Fell in Love with Carly. And this is the amazing day. We have been trying to pull this together really for a couple weeks now. Uh, we are happy. We are thrilled at the opportunity to welcome the fellas of Troop into the studio with us. We appreciate you guys, man.
Oh no, thank you for having us on your platform.
Yeah,
we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Actually, we got Rodney in there now.
Hey, what's up?
Big
Hey, how you
Rod.
What up, Rod B? What up?
You kind of dark, Rod.
I
Hey,
know.
listen.
Yeah.
We just
I
did
know,
we just did a quick introduction just to say, we were welcoming you guys into the studio, obviously virtually with us. We really appreciate this opportunity of connecting with you guys. I mean, I don't speak just for myself when I say that, like, I grew up listening to you guys. And I mean,
Wow.
I can take it back to elementary school and knowing about you guys, because I was always an R&B head anyway. So it's really cool just to have this opportunity to connect with you guys, and I appreciate it more than anything. But Carly, you want to?
Yes, I'm grateful to have you guys on the platform. As you said, my name is Fell in Love with Carly. It's nice to meet you guys and see you guys virtually.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
hello.
It's a pleasure.
Do you have some more light that you can put on? Because you kind of can't sit well,
I'm trying, but look like it's the best I'm gonna get right now.
Look, man, we just had to have you, man, because I said we got Rodney, but he's not connected or something. So.
Hey, let me tell you, it's a few things going on. It's just like this for me. That's all. Just a couple of things going on. So this is what I get right here. I'm sorry.
Listen, after you made it, listen, we are glad to have you guys. I think that you guys have made an indelible mark, just on the industry as a whole. But R&B music, and we think back to like when we were growing up and listening to R&B, like there's not one conversation where you guys do not fall into it. And anybody that we mentioned that we were doing this stream with you guys, they immediately started singing your songs. So like you have really, really made that mark, on music. Like how does that feel to be this far into the game and know that you've made such an impact
and still here?
It's amazing, it's a blessing. It's not a lot of groups that last this long.
Absolutely.
And we've been touched by some of the things that groups go through, but our respect for one another, our love for the business, our zeal to keep pursuing and keep reaching. We've had a lot of success, but we're still reaching for more.
Absolutely.
There's higher heights that we can go to, and we're believing for those things, and that's why we're so excited about the new single "Lady," and excited about being on your platform. Because you guys are the gatekeepers. You bring us to the fans, and we can't do it without you. Right, and so it's amazing. We've been doing this tour, and it's amazing. We've been doing this radio tour, and to meet all the DJs and stuff that seem to be that love Troop and love the new music. It's a humbling experience, and it's really nice. So thanks again for having us.
Yeah.
Well, I was listening to "Lady" while I was beating my face on my way in. So it's really good. I was watching video when you guys are rehearsing and you guys are getting your dance steps going. Look, I started to pick up a 2 or 3 steps so I could show you what I changed my mind. I didn't want to embarrass on here because you guys are so flawless.
Wow.
Come on with it. Come on with it.
Come on with it.
Oh shoot. Well, no, don't try that. Just stay in your seat, girl.
We're still Rodney changed the show around. So we have a new show, but we're still doing those intricate, difficult steps that we started with, so you got to come to a show so you can say, they still doing that?
And just so you can say to yourself, man, you know what? I was there and I saw Troop get down like, like I used to watch them in the video on the videos like back in 1988, 89, and now I got a chance to see them live and I see them now in 2023. Yeah, those cats, they still got it. So yeah, you definitely got to check out a show whenever you can get a chance.
We absolutely will. And let's say that Black don't crack.
Oh, yeah, we absolutely
Black
will.
don't crack. You guys look amazing. So
thank you.
Now, as far as touring, like what kind of a schedule have you guys had, or where are you touring at right now?
Wow. The schedule, we've been all over. Like May 6th, we're in Kansas City.
Okay.
That's Tulsa, Oklahoma.
That's right.
Oklahoma,
that's right.
May 6th. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's Oklahoma.
Cleveland.
We got Vegas coming up. We have Detroit coming up. We have Kansas City coming up. We have Chicago coming up. I mean, since we've been back and we released a new single, the phone hasn't stopped ringing. And it's just really been a blessing. So
is Cleveland on you guys' list?
Oh yeah, we gotta hit Cleveland. We gotta hit that belt all the way through. So we're just, we're on the Back to Life tour, and we're adding dates on a daily. So
we're gonna look to see if you guys, and then if you guys aren't here, then we'll come to Chicago and see you guys.
Or Detroit. Detroit is right there.
Detroit's only, it's only 2.5 hours.
It's right there.
So.
Okay, yeah. Detroit. We're looking sometime in July.
Oh yeah, we could.
Yeah.
If you're not here, then we'll come to Detroit.
All right, that works.
That'll be at the Aretha Franklin Theater.
Oh yeah, we'll come down.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll come down there for sure. Because then I can hit the casino while I'm down there.
Well, look, me and you gonna hang out after the show, and we'll hit the casino together.
That's it, man. That's it, man.
I'll watch y'all do y'all's thing.
We might get lucky, fam.
Here's a question that I have for you guys. Coincidentally, I went yesterday. I saw New Edition, Keith Sweat. Tank was there, and
Guy.
Yeah, and Guy was there, and it's such a feeling of not only the nostalgia, but just to see people like from our era and our generation like back out here.
His era and his generation.
She called you out.
Oh man.
She tried to do hard because we the same age, but it's an amazing feeling. Like when I saw Guy come out, it was just like, damn, like these guys ain't did nothing for 20 years and they out here and they going hard. Like
when they going hard.
Yeah.
And I know that you know same way. Like, how do you feel being in this current day and time and working the way that you guys are working?
It's great. It's great. We're having a ball up on stage, and we're having a ball in rehearsals. I mean, just getting everything tight before we even hit that stage, realizing that it's a real show. It's a real show that we have, and so we're just doing our best to stay focused, so we can go ahead and just give everybody just a great show, man. But it's been amazing out there, being in front of the fans, and getting them back into us and us back into them. It's been a lot of fun, man. So it's been really great. It's been really great.
To dance like that. That's what I want to know. How are you guys staying active like that?
That's just doing it all the time, rehearsing. Just standing there. My thing, what I was going to say to everybody was, the amazing part about it is like, you come out when you're young, and you do your best, however good his best is, whatever. But you do your best, you do good, and the good thing about it is because our young is taking care of our old right now. We're able to work because of what we did when we was young, because we got off our butt when we was young and worked now it's taking care of our old. So to me, that's the most amazing part about it. We hung in there and we lasted, and now it's coming back to us in a whole different way, different way. So that's how I look at it. That's how I look at it.
It's amazing. You know, All I Do Is Think of You, one of our biggest hit records, has been feeding us since '88.
Yep.
Yeah. We've been touring and doing shows. We haven't stopped since '88, and it's really just such a blessing to look out into the audience and see so many people affected by our music.
Right.
You know, every now and then you might see somebody out in the crowd that's really getting emotional when some of the music plays, because it takes people back to, like Rodney said, it takes them back to them teenage years. You know, it takes you back to your high school years. You know what you were going through at that time, and so the fans have just been wonderful. It's been just wonderful to be back on stage. Yep. It's a very humbling experience. True fans are amazing people. They love the music, they love us, and we love them back. You know,
and God is good, Al.
Yeah, so we can't leave God out.
Yeah.
Without him.
We were fortunate not to be one of the artists or acts to be a one-hit wonder. Troop has released at least 10 charted records that hit Billboard.
Absolutely.
3 of them are number 1. 4 of them, the other 4th one is number 1 R&R and number 2 Billboard. So we you know, it's like to be able to work after all of that was released back then, and to be able to work now. Yeah, it's like a lot of people can't be able to say that they were working from 1988 to 2023. They can't. They can't say that. So for us to be able to do it and to still be here and to do what God has called us to do, it's an amazing feeling. It's wonderful.
I love to hear you guys put God first and to make sure y'all give honor to the Creator that gave you guys your pleasure. You know, because a lot of people, whether they know it or not, or whether they want to give him his flowers, you know, that's why you guys are still here in the industry.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna tell you, I was doing some edits last night, and I was adding your music to our flyer. And I have a 13-year-old daughter and a 17-year-old daughter, so they're like, my 13-year-old's like, who you interviewing this time? So I'm like, I got it up on the big screen and I'm just listening to it. And so she walks over, she says, look at their numbers. I was like, yeah, I said, they the shit. What you talking about? But before you know it, she's walking around the house and they're singing. Even this morning, they're singing your songs.
Wow.
And that means a lot because they are hard to express.
Yes, it does. Yes.
And these are the younger generation.
Right.
Love with your music. And this morning, like I said, I just played your latest lady on the as I put my makeup on, and they're like, who you listening to? And I'm like, oh, this is true. This is them too. You've taken your music and you've just changed your song. You guys are still so harmonious, and it's just the vibe is just
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It was risky. It was to do that record, to do Lady of My Life was a risky choice.
Yeah,
but
very much so.
We wanted to
touch on the fact that it was risky because it
was risky. Now, what helped us a bit, we did it with All I Do Is Think of You. You know, we made that's a Jackson 5 record, but we made it our own. We made it a true record.
Right.
We're so blessed. We happen to have a super producer in our ranks in the group, and Steve Russell. He did his thing with producing that record. I got to give it to him on that. I mean, Steve has produced several records for several artists over the years. But the stuff that we do with him is really classic. I didn't want to do the record, but Steve talked me into it. He said, come on, I just need you to just do what you do, and we're going to make it hot. And so I trusted him. We did the record, and it's been amazing. And we haven't done anything but got positive feedback.
Yep.
And I'm glad to be me and my guys that we're a part of that legacy with that record. You know.
Right.
And Steve,
I think, to be honest, also too, I think it's really not, when it comes to truth and to where Alan and Steve's voice is, to do something like where Michael's voice is in the mid-range singing, their era. Alan and Steve, they got that covered. So it's just my personal opinion that it wasn't really that risky for them to be able to go ahead to do the record as well as they did.
Thank you.
That's just my take on it. And
give your brothers their props that y'all celebrate each other.
Thank you, John.
Because people got to know where they're at as far as where they're at vocally. That's how they're able to turn themselves into themselves. You have to be able to figure out where you're at vocally, and once you figure that out, the rest is easy. And that's that's what Troop has always done since the beginning of time.
John, let me tell you something. What's impeccable to me is the fact that you can actually speak to your brothers, to your team.
Yeah.
You can actually tell them, because you guys are so powerful and you've turned yourself into yourself. It's so many people that have bands, that have groups that cannot succeed because they cannot say what you just said. They don't understand the power of their own team.
Absolutely.
And you giving your teammates their flowers and you addressing their crown help you guys to see each other's strength. And that's why are still here. And I'm grateful to hear you guys as melanated men on here giving each other your flowers.
Well, Iron.
I didn't want to speed walk past that.
No, I got it. And I appreciate it. Iron sharpens iron.
Right.
So many more years in the industry, speaking life into each other when somebody, maybe Alan don't feel that way today. But John, listen, bro, you got this.
Right.
Life into each other.
And that's because
more. I'm like, come on, do more.
Come on with it, John. Come on, John boy.
But that's because to be honest, that's because I know where he's at. I know where he's at vocally. I know what he's capable of doing. I know what Rodney can do. I know what Steve can do. I've been knowing what Steve can do since I heard him sing for the very first time, which was back in 1982.
Yeah. But it also
so when I heard him sing, I said, wait a minute, partner. Wait. Y'all got something that a lot of people don't have. Absolutely. So we need to go ahead and exercise those muscles and be all that we can be in this music industry. And I'm happy that we took that shot and we did it. We pulled it off. Rodney's mom she was the warrior for us. She prayed. She put this group together, and we made it happen with her.
Yep.
It speaks heavily to your character too, and there's so many. I mean, you guys are part of the industry, and you've consistently been a part of the industry, so you see all of the people that's coming behind you guys.
Yeah.
What it's really doing is it's laying that foundation, and it's showing the others behind you how to do it and how to make it last. Because I mean, I know you guys see TV, you see the reality shows and whatnot,
leading by example.
You guys are leading by example. Because obviously there's so many groups who have been out there and they can't keep it together, or they're feuding.
They're no longer together.
Or a lot of them aren't together anymore. Yeah. Some of them are trying to hang on and they fighting, and just so much stuff.
Even
goes
if y'all
on
fight, listen,
everybody's gonna fight.
Even if you fight, even if you do,
we have issues.
We've had our.
You married, sometimes you have your situation.
Absolutely,
yeah. So it's just some people have their differences,
but you have figured out a way to bring it back
when
together.
They actually can celebrate each other's gift.
Absolutely.
Everybody have their own gift, and for him to sit here as a Black man and to be able to uplift his brothers.
Absolutely.
And I know it's full circle. I know it comes back to John.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I have to speak on
John is amazing. John
can hear what I'm saying, because there's too many people in the industry
Right.
Speaking microphones, and people not working together as a melanated team. These men are screen and they've been here for a long time. Absolutely. They're still here together. They're still singing. And I can't even lie. Y'all sound better today than y'all did then. And
thank you. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Well, we seasoned. We seasoned now.
Thank you.
But you know that now this song speaks to my heart.
Wow, that's awesome.
You know, and every song don't do that, and my children don't celebrate all songs. They'll tell me in a minute, Mommy, this is an old person song because this song is real old.
You know they do. You know kids.
My children, and listen, I got one here with you. I don't let her get a camera because she don't have a filter. She'll just say in her mind, and you know, and then she'll give you a straight face, and then she'll smile and say, well, it's just the truth. Like, so, but when she can, because she'll tell me. She will tell me. And now she'll say, Mommy, you need to tell them to go back in the studio and turn down this and turn up this.
Wow.
She's on
That's awesome.
She has the issue.
That's awesome. Yeah, it is.
Don't hear.
That's awesome.
So she's hiding. So the thing is, when she heard your music and she came dancing around.
Wow.
Oh, I was already dancing, but she came. You guys are amazing.
Thank you so much.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Keep doing y'all smooth moves. I'm not gonna do those, but
we're gonna keep it up. You know.
Yeah.
I must say, we were all.
Light, and there was light, Rodney. Yes, thank you.
Oh, there you go, Rod. There you go.
Did you like that song, Rod? Yep.
Y'all understand what I had to go through to get to this light.
Let me start singing some gospel over there for you. I said I ain't gonna do that to you.
Rain it down.
Right.
I'm glad you got it on, Rod.
Me too.
Yeah. Cool.
We can see
moving forward. Like you guys have given us Lady now. So what comes next?
Shoot, we got so much coming next. We got so many songs, man. We got so many ideas. We got new documentaries we're working on. We got, like Alan said, we got a bunch of shows set up. It's just everything's for the future. Everything is for the future, and it looks bright. But we got a few things in the fire right now. So y'all be ready, man, because we got a lot more stuff to do.
Yeah, we're doing some.
Let me answer one time.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing some TV. We have a series on Tubi called Tales of a Boy Band.
Okay.
Yes.
We have another one called Five of a Kind.
Okay.
And it's the true story. You know. It's so many stories that we can tell. This is just one of them. Two of them, because we have Tales of a Boy Band and Five of a Kind.
Okay.
And then we have another series that's called Day Ones. You got to check it out.
Day Ones. You got to check out Day Ones. Yeah.
Day Ones. It doesn't have anything to do with troop and music, but it's a street film. So we're getting into film. We have a merchandising company, 67kings.com. John's got new material coming out. Rodney's got new material coming out. I just dropped a new album called Loving Me. That's out there. Steve's got a new record coming out called 60s Baby. So we just been working, and we've been supporting one another and having conversations with wonderful people like you guys, about what we're doing. So thank you again. I can't say that enough, because just the truth of it. We cannot do it without you playing the music for the fans. And so we're doing a lot. We're doing TV, we touring, we're doing merchandise. I think John's got
music, everything.
John, aren't you got some acting coming up? I was hearing.
Yeah, I'm working back on this play again called 99 and a Half Just Won't Do.
Right.
I went from acting to being like a producer for the show now. So
Oh, okay,
it's
John.
kind
All
of
right,
fun
that's what's
working on
up.
that.
That's
All
dope.
right.
Working on a lot of stuff, man. A
Pretty
lot of stuff,
sneaky.
man.
John, can I audition? Can I audition?
Yeah, come on in, man.
You the
Come
man.
on
Where do I
in.
go for the audition?
Yeah.
Can we get Brianna in it? Can we get my daughter in it?
You probably do. I probably can write her in, give her a little part. Yeah, probably can.
Listen, man, I
Talk to
just
my boy James. Work it out.
Okay. Let me know, John. Let me know. Y'all need some kids.
Yeah,
I got you.
yeah.
I just want to say, I really just want to say like how much I really appreciate you guys. Number
Thank you.
one, just to see all of the different things that you're doing. And obviously there's so much stuff to do out here in this industry, but it's inspiring for people to be able to look at you and see that you have the merchandising and that
Yep.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
now you
Yeah.
produce and you got your solo projects coming out. You have the group project coming out.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
this like you're evenly spreading yourselves around and doing things, but you're supporting each other through the process. So that's number
Yes.
one.
Yes.
But
Yes.
me, I've been doing media for a little bit over 20 years.
Wow.
And I can emphatically say that if it were not for the likes of you, as well as all of the other people that I listen to, the New Editions and the Keith Sweats,
Yes.
like everybody that's out there doing this R&B music and doing it on a professional level like you do it, like I've been inspired by music my entire life. So like even as a child growing up, I knew I wanted to work in this business because of people like you. So to be in this space, and when All I Do Is Think of You came out, I was in the 5th grade.
Wow.
Whoa.
I can
Whoa.
remember, like I can remember vividly sitting in class and like your music playing.
Wow.
So, never at that point in my life would I have thought that 20 years from now or 30 years from now or whenever that I'm gonna be interviewed.
I understand.
Like
I understand, my man.
That's deep.
And then you guys have a lot to just really change the face of the industry. Like you're still here and you're still doing music. And years ago, it was like, once groups were out for a few years, that was kind of it. Like
that was it.
You had your 15 minutes and then it kind of faded away.
Yeah.
Whereas now, like still here and you can still rock the old music and go tour and sell out.
Yes.
Yep.
And then you can still do new music too.
That's amazing.
That's a blessing on top of a blessing.
It is.
Yep.
So many people who have been here for years and they cannot do that.
You want to know my story about Troop? How when I was younger, where I was at when I heard it.
Well, I know something. You probably was in the movie theater because I know them little boys.
Listen. Actually, what had happened was the gentleman was outside my bedroom window playing it in a convertible with it blasting. I'm like, my friend said, "You hear something?" I said, "Girl, that's the TV." She said, "That ain't no damn TV." I said, "Well, what are we listening to?" Look out the window. She goes to the window. She's like, "Girl, you won't believe this." Here, I can say the name. I look out the window. I said, "Now, how the hell you find out where I live?"
He found out where I live first thing.
He find out. Yeah.
Listen.
So that's my story about this. So all I do is
right.
I was like,
oh, that's amazing.
That's my story.
That's what's up. Wow.
I have one question because I couldn't ask it. How did you guys come up with your name, True?
It was through this television story that was called F Troop. And what Steve was doing, he was trying to put other words that would go before Troop, and it just didn't work. So he hit us up one day and we said, "Hey man, what y'all think about Troop?" We just all went with it. Because we had to come up with that name within like 72 hours because the label was like, "Look, we got this record, we're getting ready to put it out, and we still don't have no name. Y'all need a name like now." So
Yeah.
that's what happened. And then we sat down in New Orleans, I believe, with this guy named Henry Jefferson. He was a representative from the company, and he said, "You guys need to go ahead and stand for something." And that's when Alan came up with total respect of other people.
Wow.
Yep.
That's what
Go
Troop
on.
stands for. That's what Troop stands for.
Yeah.
Total respect of other people.
Other people.
See that? I love it. I love it. Thank
So
you.
I think, with our success, and I mean, we've had shortcomings, but because of our love for God and because of our zeal to be successful, and the meaning of Troop, total respect of other people, it's bigger than us. It's bigger than us.
Absolutely.
And so, what a wonderful legacy to curate. What a wonderful legacy. I'm just so looking forward to the new big things coming in the future for Troop. And wow, the lady in my life is doing so good. I think we headed to a #1 record.
All right.
And because of the meaning of the name, I really think, God puts a special blessing out there to let me keep these guys out here a little bit longer,
Yeah.
To whom much is given, much more is required.
Much is required. That's right.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Now,
See,
we both got so much to ask, man. Actually,
go ahead.
One of my last questions. I think that when we're out here, we do so much to pay homage to obviously people that come before us, people who have worked with us, and that sort of thing. And obviously, anybody who knows Troop and knows the history of Troop knows that you guys were a 5-member group, in the very beginning.
Yeah.
What things do you do to pay homage to Reggie? Obviously with his passing and whatnot a few years back.
That's almost every day.
Well, we pay homage every day, but we do something. Rodney does something special in the show. You want to talk about that, Rod?
Like Alan said, we do something every day, but how we really give it up for Reg, that's my best friend, period. Hands down. Best. So it's a part of the show where I talk about Reggie's passing, and we give it up to Reggie, and I ask everybody to throw their fists up high as they can throw it up like this, and the whole crowd does it for a minute, and it's just so nice. It's so respectable, and we try to do that every night. Every time we do a show, we throw that in there for Reggie.
Yeah.
It just kind of made me think about it, obviously because you guys were 5-member, but then when I was at the show yesterday, Keith Sweat, he did a lot kind of centered around Gerald Levert because they had done LSG,
Yes, we do. We do a tribute every night, every performance, and we miss him so much. But we know he's there. Sometime when I'm doing my thing and I'm, Reggie would usually be to the left of me. So sometimes when I'm doing my thing, and now John's there, which is fine.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I love John. But I noticed, and in the step, we move around. We move around. So it could be John, and then sometime I might be all the way on the other end. But wherever I was at, I would always see Reggie out the corner of my eye, and I swear I still see Reggie. I swear sometimes I still, I'm like, okay, I see you.
Feel him.
Or he'll tell me, or I'll see Reggie and my other guys. I'll see Rodney doing his thing, and I'll be like, okay, that's red right there. And then it'll make me pick up myself and make me pick up my energy, because Reggie was the energy. Reggie was the tone on stage. So we've had to pick it up. We've had to pick it up. And we miss it. We miss it so much, but we know he's here with us in spirit.
Absolutely.
And that's another reason why we said, we got to keep going. We got to keep going for Reggie. I don't believe right now there is, besides New Edition, there's another 4-man, 5-man R&B group out there working like we are right now.
Ain't nobody. It ain't but the two of y'all.
It's not even a young, young
They can't keep it together. That's why I'm saying, like, y'all are showing, how to do it.
Well, it can be done, but Rodney said something to me one time that was amazing. We were in an interview and he said, I grew up in troop. I grew up learning better ways and making better decisions by dealing with the members in my own group.
Yeah.
And I thought that was amazing. And
like, you guys have truly nurtured each other and helped each other.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
When something gets out of hand, we all three-way right now. Let's get on the phone.
Yeah.
And,
get on the phone. Yeah.
And we go through things, but we've learned to talk to each other in a respectful manner. We've learned that Rodney might have a different idea than Alan, and that's okay.
Absolutely.
We've learned that John, when he's dealing with the outside folk and he's dealing with promoters and stuff, John just doesn't play around when it comes to the business.
But you
I get that. And Steve, I'm so glad that Steve is involved with us, because he's been a major part of this engine. And sometimes we got to put some oil in him, sometimes we got to give him some oil, but he runs well. He runs good, but every now and then Rodney might have to call him and talk to him. I might have to call him and talk to him, but we've learned that you got to have respect.
Absolutely.
You got to have respect when you're dealing with any kind of relationship.
You better preach.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we have it. I love these guys unconditionally. I don't have any conditions.
Like we see the love, like it shows. And I think this is I think it's truly amazing.
And it doesn't just show, and you can feel it. I'm about to cry my lash off over here. I keep trying to tell you. Lord have mercy, that got me, because
listen, she be going these lashes, man. Like,
I was wondering, because she kept wiping her thoughts. I know she's
my little tears. I'm like,
J-Rod.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
You guys are so powerful.
We got a budget just for her lashes.
I got a little kid over here in the corner. Y'all just can't see it.
So we got a budget just for her lashes. Tell me about it.
I swear.
And from what I'm lashes, but the truth is, when he says he loves the music, I love the music too. Music heals everything.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Its colors, everything. It crosses all of that. Okay.
All barriers.
Music is played across the whole universe. When you play it, light it travels far beyond, right? And so does music. So the thing is, I'm a heart person. That's why my name is Fell in Love with Carly. It's all about the heart of the person. If you have a heart, I can talk to you.
Right.
So when you guys are singing, when you guys are on this screen, when you guys are doing the things you do, I can feel the heart of you. And it's not often that you can feel that when you're dealing with artists, because they've been programmed to be so commercial. And you guys are leading with the fact that you love God. You guys don't mind paying respect to God. You guys don't mind shouting from the rooftops, even with each other. And there's so many different things that has come out of this interview. And I'm over here and I'm feeling that. I'm like, you better not let them tears fall. So I just keep grabbing. But I'm like, I'm trying to keep it together, because I'm listening to the way you show respect and honor for your brother. And
let me tell you something. Let me tell on the God thing. Let me tell you something. John goes to church every Sunday. I swear to you, this is fact. I've been with John. John's been a part of my life for going on over 30 years. I have not seen him miss a Sunday. It's amazing. I sometimes during if I'm having a hard time, John is my spiritual he's my spiritual person. He's the one I reach out to. And John can testify to you. I didn't hit him and say, hey, I'm dealing with this. What do you think? What's God saying? You know? So yes, our basis and the reason that we're here today is because of the Lord. No doubt about that. I'm not ashamed.
Not about it.
And you know what? You know what, Al? You know what? I'm gonna cut you off, Riz, but it's more like hold on, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, y'all. It's
No,
I'm trying to get together.
You good, Rod?
You right.
Okay, let me start over. Yeah. But I think the problem with it's a mental thing. It's saying I'm learning Alan. I'm learning John. I'm learning Steve. Okay. When does the learning stop and you say I know them?
Never.
Once you say I know them, you don't have to learn them. You quit trying to learn people for the rest of your life. You got to know in your heart and inside whatever you feel with your spirit, your soul. You got to know when you already learned. Then you got to know. Then you got to say I know them. So you treat them accordingly now because you know.
Now you apply that. Now you apply it.
Because I might have an attitude in my life just because I grew up like that. Don't mean I get to talk to John like that because he's not. You can't treat everybody the same. You cannot treat everybody the same. So yeah, once you learn somebody, now the great thing is now you know them. How about that, y'all?
That's the great thing. That's the great thing.
Well,
Because then you could also go to the person and you can pretty much talk to them about anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll talk to them about anything, and then they'll be able to go ahead and cover you. So I mean,
you kind of know what to do. I know I can call John for my spiritual feeding. I know I can call Rodney for life things that I'm just dealing with in life, relationship, stuff like that. And I can call Steve for that same thing. So, we kind of know, John will call me on certain things that he might be having an issue with, or Rod will just hit me and say, Al, what you cooking? We gel with one another. We gel with one another. And Rodney said this too. Rodney said we have each other's back. Yeah. And I'll have their back. I will have their back long after the music is done.
Yeah.
And as you guys really expound upon it and explain it, it makes perfect sense to me now because all the things that you can call your brothers for, I can call them. Like we've been around each other our entire lives.
That's awesome.
I can call her for whatever, and she knows that she can call me for whatever. So it makes perfect sense now.
Yeah,
we need each other.
Absolutely.
So thanks again for having us. Thanks again for having us.
Thank you
guys. See how that magic touch?
Awesome, man.
That's that's what I do this for. That's what I do this for. That's magic to see you be affected by the energy that God put in us to be here is just really, really awesome.
Yes.
When I say and I mean, I've already said, how much I appreciate you guys, but just the same way that she was talking to you just about how you guys maneuver with your career and with business, and just the fact that many artists are trained to be commercial. You guys have chosen to do your own thing and do what's in your heart. And
John was saying something. John was saying something about that to me the other day, I believe. And we no commercial here. We just come and be who we are. And
absolutely. But
share
longer. That's what makes that's what gives you that activity.
I think in the beginning, exactly. I think in the beginning, being with managers and first getting into the game, management wanted us to kind of be cookie cutter. I need you guys to speak this way. I need you to act this way. Well, who's going to talk when a question is answered and all this type of stuff? I mean, when a question is asked and all this type of stuff. But we've learned that just be yourself. It's nothing better than that.
Absolutely.
Somebody gonna answer it.
Right.
Sometimes
Right.
sometimes we'll sit here and it'll be a second before somebody jump in and say something.
Come on. Yeah. Yep.
Nah,
Yep.
I appreciate it more than I can ever express.
Thank you.
This is
Appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
You gave us a chance to sit and talk to some of our favorite, like you're one of our favorites. So
Wow.
Yeah.
So dope.
Yeah, I want to say thank you guys for your time and effort that you guys did take some time out of your day, because I know you guys have been really busy. And to just have this moment with us, and I appreciate you, John, you, Alan, you, Rodney, and the ones that are not even here for just the opportunity. And so your music, I asked everybody this, and I know that you guys are everywhere, but I'm going to still ask you anyway. So where can we find your music?
Lady of My Life will be available in a day, in one more day.
Yeah. I
You'll
think
be
tomorrow or Tuesday.
Tomorrow, Tuesday, John?
I believe. Most likely Tuesday.
We'll link up on all of our platforms to say that this is.
They had to finish saying it. Okay, so where can we find
it? You'll be able let's say 3 days. You'll be able to get "Lady of My Life," the new single. The next show is May 6th. John, what city?
Yeah, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Don't forget to visit us at Official Troop 2022. Is it, John?
23.
Okay.
2023.
Official Troop 2023 on Instagram.
That's one more up. Yep.
And don't forget to visit 67kings.com and check out Tales of a Boy Band. Check out
Five of a Kind Troop Story on Tubi.
On Tubi.
Yeah.
Well, be ready for that. That Tales of a Boy Band. Be ready. Be ready.
Yeah. If you see. Okay, Tales of a Boy Band is like this. Everybody gets like about at least an hour to tell their story about how they feel about what happened and everything. So I would call it, if you seen Unsung, I would call Tales of a Boy Band Unsung on steroids. So y'all get ready for that. Y'all get ready. Five of a Kind. It's like, it's back to the love of Troop and what we're doing. Some of the stories a little bit, but it's like pretty much like back to the love of Troop and what we are doing right now. And there's more to come.
Yep.
Yeah, we're working on another documentary right now.
And
this one is just gonna the camera's gonna be out with us on tour. So the fans backstage and the getting dressed and coming on to the stage and the crowd and all that good stuff, and how we deal with each other while we're working. So I'm looking forward to that one. Tales of a Boy Band, Five of a Kind. Yeah, get ready. We kind of let things out. We kind of say how we felt when we were 16 and 17. We kind of just say this is what we were thinking. So some of the stuff is hard, and you might not like certain things said, but it was our journey, and it was our healing. Right. So we decided to share it. We decided to share it with the fans so that people can see that we're real people. We have issues and have things going on, and disappointments and achievements, and just like everybody else, so. And you'll enjoy that.
And the beautiful thing about it, the beautiful thing about all of that is that we're still here.
Yes,
we're still here.
You guys and
that's the beautiful thing.
The moment of vulnerability that you guys decided to capture it and share it with the world. I can take that from there, but I'm not gonna go there right now. I'm not gonna go there. It's so many people, and there's this stigma that Black men are not supposed to show their vulnerability. And the fact that you guys have put it out there is, and that's what I wasn't going to say, but now I said it. They're not supposed to show their vulnerability. They're not supposed to say ouch. You're not supposed to cry. And the fact that you guys, I haven't even seen it yet, but I will be tonight with my popcorn. And yes, you're gonna have my popcorn. I love my popcorn. I'm gonna sit there and binge watch all of it. And I'm just I gotta be true about it. I want to do this. So I'm just so grateful that you guys are showing that there's nothing wrong with that. I believe that that's where a man's power comes from, to show that they're vulnerable, to show when they're hurt, to ask somebody to be there so that you can have that with their need, because you don't know unless they ask. You just
don't know. Right.
You know, I'm just grateful because there's a lot of people that are in the industry that are not saying what's hurting them, what's bothering them. They're not being and they're taking their lives. I'm just gonna be honest with you. And the truth is, you are out here and you're honest about it, and you're speaking your truth. And and it hurts me to my heart to see people that are out here and you think they're so happy and they're dancing, singing 1 minute, next thing you know they're dead because they're afraid to show that they were hurt or they were wounded or vulnerable. So thank you for being open, and thank you for being a trailblazer to show other Black men and Black women how to support, how to love, how to music out there that's loving, warm, inspirational music.
Thank you.
You guys are doing. I'm just thanking you for all of it because you guys are amazing, and I'm going to listen. I'm just grateful. That's why I said I'm over here trying to keep it together because I'm feeling things, and I want to jump in there and say it, and I'm trying to hold it back because I'm waiting. Like, who's just hold on to it? But I'm like, keep it, you know. So just that alone, because there's so much power there.
Thank you.
Like I said, God says,
thank you.
Given much work required. You guys have had to have a history, and I tell you, it's a wealthy history. When people have gone through things, I call it a wealthy history. And so some people sit back and they say, "Oh, I've been through so much," and they just shrink. But the truth is, people go through a lot because it's the preparation for where they're going. You can't go through nothing and get there. You have to go through something.
You gotta go through something.
Saying what God has for you.
You gotta go through
something. You guys are still sustainable. And so I'm just grateful. And I give much gratitude to you. I thank God for allowing us to have this moment with you guys. I'm still sleeping. Lord, help me. Look, Lord.
All right. Get the paper towels out. Hey, you guys have been great. You guys have been great. Thanks again for having us on. The questions have been wonderful. The love has been wonderful. We got to come back on and talk with you guys again one day.
Absolutely, and we're going to see you guys in Detroit. Like we're going to Detroit, so we're going to see what it is and get our tickets, and we come.
All right, that's awesome.
All right.
Thank you guys.
All right, now you guys have a wonderful day.
Just signing off with the entertainment plug. Bye.
Bye. All right.